Hello, you guys. So today we are going to be looking at how we can connect with your guides, what your guides want to tell you, just anything that comes out. And we're going to just, this is going to be, I'm keeping it really simple because I want to try to connect my clairs as much as I can to the information. And so I'm only going to do a 3-card pull on each group. And so we have 3 piles. We have the Shaman, the Warrior, the Magic Guardian, and the Druid. So take a look at those pile 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I'll put their names on their piles too, like Shaman, Warrior, Magic Guardian, and Druid too, so you could see that. But again, these are going to be really these are messages that I'm trying to connect with more with my clairs and more downloads than just the cards. So that's why I'm gonna be using the Gaian tarot here, because it's based off the tarot, but it has it's built a little different. It is, you know, as you can see, it says healing the earth and healing ourselves. So I'm strongly on healing the collective. So and myself as well. So I'm not exempt from that, and so I want to use this to try to see what comes out, what the guides want to tell you about anything that could be going on. Okay, and they want you to see or know or whatever, how to connect, how to anything. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm just going to let you know what comes out. That's why I did 4 cards, because I'm only going to be doing 3 tarot cards for each group. And I'm going to also be pulling a spirit animal as well that might be trying to come through. And when I pull the spirit animal, I'm going to be connected to my spirit animal book, because that book, I connect with it more. So I'm not going to be connecting with the actual oracle book of what that spirit animal says. I'm going to be connecting more with the one that I've been reading and that I go to, and my guides know that I will go to if that animal ever pops up for me. Okay, so guys, these messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So take what you need and leave the rest on the table. And wow, that was a very long intro, but let's get started. Thanks, guys, for being here. Bye. Hello, pile 1. You guys picked the Shaman, the trust in higher forces. Interesting enough, last night I started reading a book, and of course it is based on shamanism, and so it was more talking about your experience and how you want to connect to your awakening. So I'm feeling with you guys, this pile 1, that have started out on this journey, that you guys are connecting to that that overall shaman spirit. That it could be ancestral spirits, it could be just spirits of the higher realm. I feel it's just becoming awake. I feel like this a lot of times when you are connecting to the shaman spirit, it's kind of I feel, and even myself, it's your beginning stages, because shamans do a lot of clearing out of old things, and they help you clear out a lot of things when you come in with all of your shadows and all of your things that are deep down, and all of your programs that you've been programmed through the world. So I really feel like this group is a group that's truly setting out on their spiritual journey, really starting to just tap in and connect with your spirit guides. So this group, I really feel like that's what this is. That this is just a beginning. It's you're starting just now to connect and see and question about it. And if you're not at the beginning, maybe you're wanting to connect more and you haven't connected as much as you have in the past, and you want to connect more too. So you can be in that group. So remember, these messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So take what you need and leave the rest. Now, next I'm going to look at what spirit animal you can call on during this time as you connect with your spirit guide. Okay? And I'm going to be using the Spirit Animal Oracle. I'm doing a little shuffling right now, but I'm going to use my, oh, that came out really quick for you guys. So you guys have the well spirit. It says, trust the great mystery. So again, it's giving me that, with that trust the great mystery, it's giving me that whole vibe of you're just now connecting with your guides and connecting to the higher realms and getting into that. I am grabbing my spirit guide book because I don't want to use the spirit animal book. I have this. I get a lot of spirit animals. I actually had one last night that popped up that I need to look up that I forgot to do. I usually go from this book. It's called the Animal Spirit Guides. It's from Stephen Farmer. I have a couple other ones too that I look at. But this one is my go-to one that I love, and because it's how it tells you what you need to connect with, but it also tells you how you can call on this spirit animal to come into your life to help you through things as well. So if the well shows up, wow, it's saying that you can you need to express yourself with your voice by singing, humming, chanting. It's an especially creative time for you. So immerse yourself in the process and enjoy the artistic expression of whatever emerges from the depths of your imagination. It says conserve your energy, blah. And I don't know why I got that. That was weird. And it says you need to step into balancing your play and socializing. And maybe because of that voice, maybe I was having a hard time with that, because maybe you're also needing to speak up about some things in your life as well. That could be coming up too. But really, I really think it's just that great mystery of your guides and who they are and what they are to you and how to call upon them. Okay. And when I was saying, connect with your spirit guide, I had this thing that popped up and it says how, how do I connect with them? And one of my biggest things as how I connect is, I truly connect through meditation. And I know you guys hear me say meditate. And I will always say that because it's that quiet time that you need alone. And that's one of the best ways. And my other way is just going out into nature and just quieting your mind. You don't have to meditate, but just going out and being present. You connect with stuff and just sitting in the silence as well. I sometimes do that when I first wake up in the morning. I will, before I even meditate, I will just sit in silence so I can listen. And I just listen to what I hear and things that come up. And so, all right, I'm going to pull, shuffle a couple more times. We're just going to pull 3 cards. We want to get, we have Child of Water, which is the Page of Cups. Okay, so that, again, that's that new energy. You got 3 of Earth, so 3, that's 3 of Pentacles. So, learning. And then you have 5 of Air, which is, to me, I feel that could be saying, don't think you know it all right away. Don't come into things like, because it's that energy of, I got this, I already know. I know what I need to do. And it's saying, don't do that. Don't sell yourself short on that card. So to connect your guides. I like this Child of Water tells me it's, that page. You're gonna have to be childlike to your spirit guides. You need to go in and question them and really tap into your intuition, because again, with that Cups energy is that emotional, that intuition energy. So it's really connecting with them like a child and going in and saying, what do you want to tell me? What do I need to know? How can I grow? How can I learn? It's being that child, that student, that hunger to learn, hunger to explore. Okay, and not only that, with this 3 of Earth, you can kind of see these women are working together. You know, they're creating together. So it's learning from others, looking towards others to, okay, what are they doing? What, you know, how are they connecting with their guides? How can I connect? How can I learn to connect with others? And actually, this what this tells me when I was talking about meditation early, it there's a lot of people who do meditations out there that you can easily connect with, like guided meditations that lead you to connect with your spirit guides. And I've done some of those, and they help you. And sometimes you don't connect with your guides when you're going through those, and you're gonna have to do it more than once. Yeah. So it's really saying, take this time right here with this child, and just and embrace your imagination, and embrace, play. And then with this 3 of Earth, getting outside help, connecting with other people in that community that you want to tap into. So say you're with your spirit guide, say, because you have the shaman spirit, say you want to tap into shamanism. Okay, so you would find guides that really connect with, like, I find with shamanism, they connect more with like the drums, and they do drumming. And so you would connect more with drumming meditations, or even looking into books that are based off that, how to connect with your guides as well, and going into that modality. So making sure you go into the modality that's calling you. Okay. And so it's just embodying this energy, and absorbing that energy too. Not only are you learning from this, and you also absorb that in your community. Okay, so gather together and find people in your modality, and really try to connect with them and see how they connect. And, be like the student, be like the child, and ask them, hey, how do you connect with your guys? What do you connect with, And then with this well spirit, I really think it taps into this 5 of air, because it says trust a great mystery. Instead of thinking that you, like I said before, like, oh, I know what I'm doing, I got this. Don't sell yourself short with that. With this, it tells me to don't go into it thinking you know everything, and being, like, I got this, I know this. And with your voice, and because it was saying your voice, expressing your voice and letting it come out with that well spirit. But also, you need to take that time and also listen. Okay, so that then you can express yourself, express your truth, truthfully, and not come off as opponents, like, to these people. You want to come in and not be an opponent to them. They're not people you're going up against. Like, if you're in that same modality, so say that you are connecting with your guides, so that you can I'm just gonna throw out Reiki, I don't know why. Say, and you want to connect with your guides when it comes to Reiki, to help you do Reiki work. But you're just now getting into it. And so you go look at people who've been doing it for a while. You're not in competition with them. You go into it getting guidance, and also giving gratitude of the things that you can learn from them. And even if you don't learn something from them, maybe it's what you did learn from them that's something you don't want to do. Okay, so find it that way, so you don't sell yourself short. That's what I really feel with that 5 of air. Okay, so to connect with your guides, it's going to be, you're going to have to just throw in your imagination. I really feel like it's going to be some really guided meditation with people in your modality field that you're tapping into. And don't go into it thinking you know everything, but going in there with an open heart, open mind, where you want to learn and grow. Okay. All right, Pile one. I love that. That was great. I love doing these 3 cards because it's nice and simple. And these cards are really big, so it's hard to get them on my camera. And guys, yeah, if you're just getting into this and you're meeting new people, it's a wonderful thing. You know, I've been on my path for a couple of years now, but I still feel like a baby as well. So I know what it feels like to be like this. And so, when I go into groups too, I sit back and I observe. I don't just jump in. I try to sit back and observe and see what's going on before I chime in. Okay, so yeah, I get it. All right, if you're just starting out and you're trying to figure things out, keep going. You got this. All right. Thank you, Pile One. If you resonated with this, let me know. All right. Bye. Hello, Pile Two. So you guys picked the Warrior card. Interesting enough, when I picked this card up, I heard transmuters. So one of the things about the Warrior card is, as you can see, he's surrounded by dark, but he is light. So I feel like you guys are transmuters where you can transmute darkness into light. That's because you have this be fearless, stand strong. And that came from my gut. That transmutation where you guys are here to help people learn how to clear out negative energy, clear out dark energy with light energy, and also teaching people how to do it correctly and just being a light, but also knowing that sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And I feel like I'm feeling this strong when I'm holding this card. I'm feeling this just really strong, like the strength card coming through with this warrior. It's a transmuter. It's teaching people how to tap into different, calling on different spirit guides and different, deities and gods or whatever you believe in, and calling on those, Angel Michael, calling on those to fight for you, but also being able to learn how to change out that energy yourself, learning how to do it yourself. And yes, we could, I'm all love and light, but, sometimes people do throw in, the darkness, and you have to, or the even just negativity, and you have to be able to, shine it, reflect it back on them, or just, transmute that or change it into love. And you have to be able to do that. And I really feel like this is what Pile Two with this warrior spirit, if you chose that's one thing your guides want you to know. Okay, let's see an animal spirit that works well with this warrior Pile Two. Guys, remember these messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. And I didn't say thank you guys for being here with me, so thank you. Let's get a spirit animal with this warrior. Okay, I have 2 that came out. Interesting enough. And probably, I know why 2 of them came out. I can tell you. You have the Hawk spirit, and it says, let spirit be your guide. And it says, this is Stag spirit, take the lead. So it's spirit wants you to take the lead with this Stag spirit. But at the same time, you have to call on your guides to help you. So yes, you take the lead and you show the world how to do things, but at the same time, you have to connect with the higher realms and with your guides to help you. I'm putting them up there. Yeah, I really, and the Stag spirit really just stands out to me as I'm gonna look up the Stag spirit because I love the stag, and it really lets you know that you're the stag spirit is also standing in your power. So again, with that warrior, stand strong. That the stag stands very strong. It's and it's also about just paying attention to like things that are going around you, psychologically. Again, with that I remember some psychological warfare could be coming in. So, and then having that Hawkeye, being able to see things that others don't see as well. Okay, that really is showing up for me. So let's see how you can connect with your guides. I'm just going to use 3 cards, and I'm using the Gaian deck, and it's a little different. It connects with, like, it does like the elements instead of like, wow, 2 that came out, but I'm gonna take those. Yeah, I'm not taking those because they were this. I don't know why the same cards are on them. I've used this deck a lot of times, so I was gonna use them, but it was like 9 of air, 8 of air. So I was like, I was getting clumsy. So we're just gonna do some shuffling. Let me show you how big these cards are. They're huge. So I'm shuffling those. I'm shuffling them sideways, so they would actually get mixed up really well. All right, I have one that flipped. Okay, we have Explorer or Fire, which that is a knight. That would be Knight of Wands. Okay. Yeah, that flipped out when I was shuffling. It flipped over, so it wanted to be seen. So definitely, with that Knight of Fire, that's definitely a warrior energy. You know, the knights are fighters. So, and then with wands, oh wow! And I just noticed one thing that really stood out for me was that salamander at the bottom of the knight is a salamander. Okay, then you have Elder Earth. Wow, your guides are really coming out. Wow, that is all. Yeah, these are all guides. I feel like, wow. And then if you look, you have a lot of animals as well in here. Okay, I'm going to show you in each one of these. And not every card, maybe they do. No, not every card has an animal in it. But I was really drawn to this salamander spirit right here. There's a salamander in here with this Knight of Wands. And then if you can see with this Elder Earth, and the Elder is actually, this is the King. This would be King of Pentacles. And then you have a Child on Earth, which is, the child is a page, okay? And we have a rabbit here. And right here, there's a deer back there. So there's animals all around you. So pile 2, I feel like you have a lot of animal guides because you had 2 guides that came out in which, again, these stags right here, that really might be playing a significant role into you stepping into your power. But this elder right here, I really think this is one of your ancestors or your guide that really helps you stay grounded. They're here to let you know to stay grounded and stay connected to the earth. And I don't know why I wanted to read that first, but I did. But this right here is this knight right here, the Explorer Fire with the salamander. I feel like this is your fire. This is you coming in and really tapping into how you transmute energy. And that's my biggest thing, is that you have a guide that helps, who tells you to stay grounded and wants you to stay grounded. But at the same time, you come in with this, because you have so much fire. It's important for you to stay grounded because your power that you bring, your energy that you bring in is so powerful with this explorer. It's really into, you really need to stay, you got to stay grounded, okay? And so you have to recognize that this is very high energy, and you don't want to play with your power too much. And so make sure you're staying grounded when you're, doing any of your work, any of your, whatever work that you do, in your modality, you're on your spiritual path, anything that you're tapping into. Say, for example, okay, I'm just going to give you an example of, like, right now, say you're a psychic, okay? And when you're tapping into your psychic powers and you're really tapping in and connecting to the upper realms, you really need to make sure you're grounded. And because when you connect with those higher level chakras, you have to make sure your base ones are grounded. Okay. So yeah, and so this energy also moves really quickly, because you can kind of see it's fast and it's moving quickly, but and you don't want to get burned. So that's why this elder is here telling you to make sure you have mastered, because this elder is a master, mastering your grounding and knowing that you're supposed to stay grounded. Okay, so staying grounded during that's so important. Okay. um and then you have, it's interesting because you have this child of earth. And so, yeah, with this child of earth, it's maybe you need to go back and learn some more, do work on your grounding some more. So to master this, you need to make sure when you're bringing in this power and you're tapping in, I don't know why I thought of the psychic thing, but I am. And when you're tapping into your psychic powers or tapping into whatever it is, your modality that you're tapping into, make sure that you do stay grounded. And it's wanting you to master this with this because it's at the end, it's saying this is where you are. You do stay grounded, but it's making this power this right here can overpower this. And so that this doesn't overpower this, you need to make sure you're at the elder stage of your grounding. So I'm really, again with the apples, that's to me is your base chakra right there. And that's also a fruit that you could eat easily, to making sure that that's opened up is your is that base one. And it's also a lot of nature. So really make sure you're mastering your groundingness and getting outside before you tap in, and after you tap in, before you do some work, make sure you do some grounding. And then after you ground, after you do your work, maybe you're doing some transmuting, also some maybe even energy healing, or even spell work. I'm hearing whatever you're doing, make sure you go and ground afterwards. So grounding before and grounding after. Okay, so that you master this. Because if you're fully grounded and you're mastered at your grounding, then this is not, you're not gonna burn yourself or the person that you're working with or the people you're working with. Okay, but you do have a lot of guides that are saying, be watchful, but stand tall in what you're doing and believe in what you're doing too. Okay, because you are a warrior spirit. All right, pile 2, thank you so much for letting me read for you. You guys stay grounded, stay connected. There's so many different ways you can ground. My favorite way is just getting out in nature. So but there's multiple other things, and you can always look those up. And again, if you're connecting with your guides and you're wanting to connect with your guides, and your guides are trying to tell you this, then you already know about grounding and what you need to be doing. Okay, but if you guys resonate with this, let me know. You guys have a great one. Bye. Hello, pile 3. So you guys picked the Magic Guardian, Unlock the Magic Within. And I want to thank you guys for being here and picking this lovely card. So remember, these messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you, okay? So take what you need and just leave the rest on the table. So let's get into it. I feel like with this Magic Guardian, it's because it's saying unlock the magic within, it's telling you to not look outside yourself for guidance, that all the guidance you need is within yourself, that you have the power, especially with that magic with the K. That's the energy of the universe. Okay, and I feel like if you guys also pick these with these wings, these wings probably stood out to you, because maybe you connect to, I was feeling the more connect with the angels, with calling on the angels to help you sometimes and to guide you sometimes. So they could be your guide too. So it's just, this right here is just, you have this glow over you, that you have the power within yourself to connect with your guides yourself. You know how to connect with them already. It's within you. And so maybe it's just taking that time and recognizing it and finding how you can connect with them within yourself. So let's get you really quick a animal guide card and see if there's an animal guide that could help you on your journey, on how or why or what they want you to know. And I do have one that flew out. Yay. Okay, so we got, oh my gosh, this is funny. This actually, I'm laughing because I'm going to tell you 2 reasons I'm laughing. Is because it came out in the first pile, the well spirit. And in that first pile had the shaman spirit. And I'm not going to lie, I was tossed in the air with it. I was just like, oh, I have this love for shamanism, but oh, I have this love for this gardening. I love all the cards on the table, you know? And so when you love all the cards on the table, sometimes that energy transfers over to all of them. And I think this well spirit is part of that transferring energy. And it says trust a great mystery. So again, it's throwing us this thing where I had to tell the shaman people as well that you have to trust yourself and going within. But maybe it's going within and connecting with maybe more of the angel realms, whereas the shamans connect more with, connect with more, of the things of the earth and going and down and doing some other kind of work, where you might be connecting upwards because of connecting this upward spirit. Also with this well spirit, it was also talked about using your voice. So because you know how wells, if you've ever heard wells, listen to them, they have this high-pitched sound. And so it could be just opening up your throat chakra too. It's because I'm into this blue, so maybe speaking up and using your powers to really show the world who you are and tap it into your power that way. Like I gave the example, like the first group I gave the example of Reiki. The second group I gave an example of like a psychic. This group I'm giving an example of a poet. I don't know why I said that, but I'm doing it as a poet. Taking your poetry and I'm thinking of those, going into those, just those poet sessions and just doing those open mic sessions. And you might say, Tony, that's not magic. Yes, that is. When people are singing or, playing music, that leads them to something. Sound is very important. There's sound therapy. You can use sound for healing. So, and also words are healing as well. So having your words with either your sound of your voice can be very healing. So I do not know why that all came out, but it did, and that just all flowed through me. So yeah, so whatever that is, put that out there. Put your voice out there. Put your words out there. Whatever it is that's inside of you that needs to come out and needs to come up, let it come out. This is what your guides are saying with this well spirit, okay? And with this magic guardian, it's letting you know that you have all of it inside of you already. So trust yourself and start moving forward on it. All right. So I'm going to get you 3 cards of connecting with your guides, or how or why or what they want to say. Just seeing what's up with them. Okay, I'm using the Gaian Tarot, and it's all about healing the earth, to heal ourselves, to heal others, and to just raise the overall vibration. Okay, so Child of Fire. I'm loving that in each one of these pulls that I'm doing, I am getting, I'm getting these pages. This is a page. This is a page of wands. I'm getting more of the court cards, because these would be people, and that's so helpful. And that's just actually confirmation that these are your guides telling you how you connect. We have the 4 of air, so that's 4 swords. So we have some this is this is healing energy. Four swords, which is there, is usually healing energy, but at the same time, this with this deck, it also means time, because as you can see these eggs, it takes time for them to hatch, for things to come into play. But then we end with this 10 of air, which is interesting. So there's going to be an ending of something. Maybe it's an ending of a way of you no longer holding back. Ooh, I like it. So with your child of fire, and again, you have another with the cat. There's always animals. I've been noticing too that the animals are popping up. So, of course, this could be going. Oh, this could also be going ending where. Oh yes, this is why I use this deck, because this deck helps me see things differently, and I can tap into my intuition a little more differently with this deck. I use this when it's called to me to use, and this what's called for me to use this one. With this Child of Fire, of course, it's the page. So it's learning how to tap into that delightful energy, being dazzled. You know, that this child's being dazzled by this fire. You know, it's being dazzled by, you know, the radiance of it, the visions of it. So maybe you need to tap into your visions more, okay? And then you can see that you have a companion. This tells me, with this cat being here next to this child, that you always have a guide with you. Anytime you're doing your work, anytime you're maybe connecting in with your dreams, tapping in with your dreams. I don't know why I got dreams, but that's the one that came up. Anytime you're tapping in your dreams or any of your work, you always have a guide with you. This is because this cat is a companion. So as you tap into this more, and maybe you feel like you don't want to tap into it because it's like, oh, I'm playing with fire. I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can do this. And because you're a child, and child's all about learning how to. So you have to learn how to step into this power. Whatever this power is, you love it and you're interested in it. It's just learning about it. And can be, you know, oh, am I going to be playing with fire? But it excites you. And so knowing that it excites you and it's your passion, it's something you're supposed to do. Know that you can trust it because you have a guide with you all the time. And they're not going to let you stray. Like a cat, you know, like a stray cat. It's not going to let you stray. This energy is not going to let you stray. So step into learning about this and step into that power more. Step into those visions more. Step into those dreams more. Step into that astro travel more. Okay, I don't know why I said that, but that's one that came up as well, astral traveling. Some people are afraid of astral travel because you don't know. Sometimes when you're first getting into it, you don't know where you're going to project yourself, or even doing remote viewing. And that maybe that's one of your powers is remote viewing, and not knowing what you're going to come into view with. You might be afraid to do that. I know I have that fear when I'm tapping into with some of my stuff. And so know that it's not you only afraid. A lot of us are afraid when we first start coming into our gifts and our clairs and not knowing what they are. I'm afraid as well sometimes, and I just have to stay grounded and know that I have my guys with me. So as you tap into that power, you'll start doing that. So with this 4 of air, it is a it's like incubation. You know, these eggs are not ready. They haven't came to, and I feel like that's what this is with your whatever your power that you connect with, and your guides are wanting you to know that, you know, you're still in that incubation period. You know, you're still in that time of rest. It's your ideas are percolating. They are coming out. And so just give yourself time. This is all about just the timing, and rest, you know, because that Four of Swords is that resting card, resting, healing. But this to me is more incubation. It's giving it's giving what is inside of you, it's giving it time to develop. Okay. And then as you develop on, you got this 10, you know, this 10 of air, which is a 10. It's an ending, but to me, it's like the ending of it's not an ending. To me, this is not a bad ending, because this is like, if you think about it, the geese are flying south for the winter, right? They will, yeah, for the winter, they're flying and they're V-shaped, right? So to me, victory. I'm hearing victory. You're going to have a victory over this. And it's going to be an ending to not knowing how to use your powers. That's what's going to be ending. It's going to be an ending of an error of you being in this energy. And a 10 is not a bad thing. It's ending something that no longer serves you. It's ending that and going into something else, because you're going to go, because once you go into this, leave this 10, there's a 1. And so it's a new start on this adventure, on this path of whatever you learned, whatever you developed right here. Okay, this is what this is. This is the ending of this. This is not, to me, this is I love this ending. I think this is a great one, because I get this V for victory, and I'm getting this, you're following nature. You're going with the flow, because these geese go with the flow. They know when they're supposed to go a certain way. And that's what this is. And you're starting to go with the flow. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad. This 10 of air, 10 of swords is not bad. It's the ending of something. And ending of something that's probably been, you know, that's not served you. Okay? So, pile 3. Thank you so much. This was beautiful. I love this so much. Let me know if this resonated with you. And you guys enjoy your day. All right? Bye. Hello, pile 4. So, guys, we are here at the end. I want you to know that thank you for being here. These messages are general, so they may or may not resonate with you. So take what you need and leave the rest. When I was picking this up and I was putting it over there, I was like, oh, you know what the Druid always reminds me of, because it says hold space. It says hold the space. I don't think I said that. I said it really quick. Okay, so when I picked it up and put it on the table, I thought, oh, when I look at him, it always gives me this vibe, and I know, and then it gives me this vibe of like being in Ireland. I don't know why, or I was thinking Ireland or Australia. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna get in the book and read about it, because sometimes, well, I do that actually throughout my readings. I didn't even tell the other groups this. I'm telling you guys this. I don't know why. I will. I get, you know, intuitive downloads, and, you know, things come to me and feelings come to me and things, all of the clairs come to me in certain ways. And so sometimes I go and I check to see if, you know, it connects with the guidebook, and I did, and I went to see, and I went to read about this Druid, and it did say that. It said right here, it says, the Druids were the ancient wise ones of the British Isles. And I was just like, oh, okay, so I am on the right track with this. And it also reminds me, if you think about it, it reminds me of the Hermit, because it's, if you think, this is, to me, this little crystal right here is a light. And that Hermit is all about going within and going towards that light. And this is what the Druid does. But he doesn't make any drastic moves either, just like the Hermit. They don't make any drastic moves. You know, they stay the course slowly, and they don't rush into things. So this is telling me your guides want you to know to make sure you're taking your time and not rushing things, and making sure you're paying attention to the details, and just trust yourself, and making sure you take your steps slowly. And that's fine. Taking your time is just fine. Do not let anyone rush you and push you into something that you think you need to move in quickly. Okay, that's what came in for that. Okay, guys, that was, yeah. So let's get I'm going to do a animal spirit for you to connect with this Druid here, and to connect with your guides as well, to see what comes out. Oh, interesting. Which I thought, dang, another place came out for me, guys. Okay, so we have a spider spirit. It says, make your dreams real. With this, interesting enough, when I first saw the spider spirit, I thought of the whole continent of Africa. I didn't think of any Pacific country in Africa. I just thought Africa when I saw this, and it's probably because of the a couple of the, what's it called, of the stories of the spiders. I forgot their names and I can't think of it right now. But that's what this spider is telling me. But it's also saying take your time and start weaving and you know, making your own web and connections. You know, take your time and make your connections and build your own thing, and just take your time, and you can do that slowly but surely. And it's, yeah, it's truly just letting you do it. Okay, I'm going to see if I'm going to get in my spirit guide book really quick and see if there's anything else for that spider spirit that needs to be said. Okay. Yeah, it's just talks about the accessing your deepest wisdom and assimilating them into your daily life. Again, what I said is taking the wisdom from your druid, whatever wisdom you're collecting, whatever wisdom you're getting, whatever downloads you're getting. Maybe you're getting downloads. I know some people get downloads when they're sleeping. So if you're keeping a dream journal, some people get downloads, you know, when they're meditating. So after you meditate, maybe even journaling after you meditate. So take that wisdom that you're getting and start building them with this spider spirit. Okay, that's what I'm getting with that connection there. Okay. Next I'm going to be pulling just 3 cards from the Gaian Tarot, and the Gaian Tarot is a little different. It doesn't do like, you know, swords and cups and stuff like that. It does like the elements, like air, water, fire, earth. Okay, so it's all about, you know, earth things and healing ourselves. So you have the 6 of earth, the 7 of earth, which is interesting, and the 6 of air. So I'm right off the bat, I got a lot of community. Yeah, I was really drawn to the community in this. And it's, oh, when I see those, I always wonder what these are, because these have only fallen out in a couple of things. And I'm going to look that up, whatever that little thing is. I don't know what that is. Okay, so for you, your guides will let me know, is to making sure, yeah, because I just have a community here and community here, but also connecting to the earth in general. So what I'm seeing is with this 6 of earth, you need to keep putting in what you're putting out there is going to come back to you. Okay, it's tapping into, I really feel, yeah, I don't know, I'm thinking community gardens, because there's there's food here too, but it's really big on connecting with people. Okay, but also building up communities. And so it's telling you to take your power, whatever it is. Your guides want you to know that you're supposed to be building back the earth. Okay, with communities, making sure people get out there or maybe eating, you know, more of earth-bound foods, and also building back communities right here with the 7 of earth, because that would be 7, you know, these earths are pentacles. So, but these are here on earth. So doing that, but then we have the 6 of airs, which is letting things go that don't serve a community or don't serve the environment as well. I don't know why I'm getting this whole environmental vibe from you. This is interesting. This is yours is very interesting. In which your card popped up extra for me, so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna take it, but I'm gonna be confused. So let's so let my confusion begin. I can't go without a reading without being sitting there thinking, So I'm gonna look. Yeah, it is talking. Yeah, this is again. This is about giving and receiving. This is, Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, and it being that a cycle, but also it wants you to know that this cycle of your generosity that you put out there and your support, it's a circle. It increases your health and your wealth and your prosperity. So as you're doing this and you're enriching your body and your spirit and the community, the gifts to your community, it with your hands, maybe you're out there because she is out here with your hands and your heart, putting your hands and your heart into it. It is coming back to you tenfold with your health, with your prosperity, with just an increase in all those things around you. It's going to, increase your vitality. Okay. And then with the Seven of Earth, it's still tapping into this energy of even going out further. That's what it is. It's when I was thinking of countries. So I said Ireland and I said Australia. And then when I said the spider, I thought of Africa, the whole continent. It's this card right here. It's going into those rural areas in like Australia and learning from them, but also working with them so that you can learn, and then taking that information and going and taking it to other places like Ireland that have an industrial, life, but also bringing back some of those old ways, those traditional ways to modern places, even bringing them back to the United States could even be a thing. And then also building up places in Africa, and learning how to use the resources they already have over there and build them up the way they need to be built up as well. Yes, that's what I'm getting from this. Yes, this is how this connects. This connects with these up here and why the countries came to me and why, those places came to me. It's because that's what it's like you're this humanitarian. Your ancestors want you to know you're supposed to be connecting in that way by planting seeds through others, and planting seeds as people see you out there doing the work with your hands as well. And as you do this with the six, you have the Six of Air. The Six of Air shows up, which this is the Six of Swords. So it's like Six of Swords is like moving away from it's moving away from things, but it could be moving away from the old way of the ways you lived. Maybe you lived a fast life. Maybe you did not live did things where you were helping communities and doing things for others. But this is tapping into that energy. And even I feel like these people are building together. These people are like kind of like at a festival or a retreat. And maybe that's what this is that you might need to start out with going to do this work. You might need to go to some kind of retreat to gain some perspective or insight on the big picture of this. So maybe you need to take a break from where you are right now and go somewhere. So I love those retreats. Every once in a while, I'll get a pop-up of a retreat of like, go here to the retreat for, doing like a cocoa ritual for the weekend, or a yoga. One that's been really popping up on me is going to a yoga retreat and taking that time and doing that. And at this retreat, you get away from that fast life that you've been living, and you get to get insight and see things differently, and you get different perspective on a bigger picture, and how you can change, how you can slowly do these things over here. Maybe it's starting off small and then slowly working up to bigger things, okay? Or even connecting with different groups or different communities and nonprofits to work with them. I don't know where all this came from. It came out of the side of me. So, but I thank you guys for letting me tap into your energy and give you this information of what your guides want you to know, and how to connect with, just connecting with the earth connects you with them. Okay, that's what they're telling me. To connecting with the earth and connecting with your community connects you with your guides, and it's going to bring you peace. Okay, so you guys, thank you so much for letting me be here and read for you. Guys, let me know if it resonated in any way for you. Okay, bye.